And that's how I was able to turn it into 5,000. So today I'm going to be keeping it 100, and this is probably one of the most honest videos you're going to find on the internet. But we're going to go from $50 or £50, depending where you live. Take that from your small paycheck, or you might have a decent paycheck, but for the majority of us, your paycheck is far from decent. Cost of living is killing and destroying everything. Your rent, after bills, you barely have anything left. But I want you to think that and remember, £50, $50, however much you have, and in this video we're focusing on $50, can turn into 10,000. Why? Because you have to start one by one. So rather than wasting it away in restaurants, takeaways, why don't you just use this strategy that I'm about to show you, and you become the bank instead of having to borrow money from the bank. That's the main concept. The book that I'm going to recommend you that you definitely read is Richest Man in Babylon, because it shifts your mindset. But I'm going to be giving you guys tangible and real things that you could do that's going to build your income beyond what you thought was possible. Okay? So the first thing I want you to do is take $50 or £50 wherever you live, and we're gonna go to the stock market or the crypto market and start shopping. Okay, so the first thing that I done was I knew I had to build an emergency fund. Mama said there'll be days like this. There'll be days like this, my mama said, meaning sometime it just rains. And if you live in the UK, it rains more than sometimes. So what we're going to do is we're going to get you to open up depending on where you live, but a stocks and shares or ISA account. This is for, to be able to buy your normal stocks like Amazon, Facebook, any stocks you can think of. But we're going to aim for blue chip, but we're going to deploy this tactic I'm about to show you, which works. It works. It's fast, it's risky, because we're going to be leveraging the volatility of the stock or of the crypto, but it works. And for those who want to dive in deeper, then you can look at the links in the description down below, because I don't have time to make this a 5-hour course, okay? But this is just showing you what genuinely works, all right? So we're going to build an emergency fund of $1,000, aka £1,000. But you're going to have that emergency fund there, because if things go sideways, then you can tap into it, top it back up, and then dip back in. So whenever you borrow from it, you always want to bring it back up to whatever level it was. So we're going to start off at £1,000 or dollars, but we ideally want to surpass that. You want to go to 2,000, and then you're operating with all of the other income that's left. So meaning if you have a spare 500 per month, then we're going to top up your emergency fund to 1k, if you can to 2k, and then you keep it there, but you keep it in a separate bank account, out of mind, out of sight. This way you don't mess around with it, right? And then what we're going to do is the rest of the income that's coming in, by the way, needless to say, pay off your debt, don't be in debt and all of this stuff, because it's only going to slow you down. The quicker you take this action, the sooner you begin to build wealth, all right? So that 1,000 to 2,000 emergency fund is set to the side. And then what we're going to start to do now is we're going to start taking the £50 or the $50 and start buying either crypto or stocks, ETFs, and all of that. ETFs, I don't have time to explain every single detail on this video, but if you don't know what ETF is, just Google it. As I said, once more, you can further seek help from myself, but this is not the video for explaining what ETF is. But all I want you to do is you take that money, you open up now a crypto.com account. It doesn't have to be crypto.com, but just some form of exchange where you could buy crypto and you know, deposit into either a cold wallet or storage wallet, or I don't really recommend keeping it in exchange, but look, you have to do what you have to do. All right. So we're gonna take that, and I showed you guys not to press upon you guys at the beginning. I'm showing you guys more so to show you what is possible. Okay. So I'm gonna log on right now and show you one of the plays that I was doing. By the way, official Trump is dropping like crazy. So this is Donald Trump launched a coin. All right. And it's dropping like crazy. It's currently now on £30. USA wise, you can calculate that. But yeah, it's dropping like crazy. But this is the actual official, you know, crypto that Donald Trump launched, and he posted it on X as well to prove that it's actually his. So that could be one of the plays. But I'm telling you, you're gonna have to do some research. This is going to take you not being lazy and actually saying, wait, if I don't change my life, then no one's going to change it for me. And right now is the best time. I need to get started and do something. And now you have someone like myself who's showing you exactly the blueprint on what you need to do to take your £50. If you can devote even more than £50, by all means, you're only going to get there quicker. Okay, build up to 2K, 3K, 4K, 5, 6, 7, 10, and so forth and so forth. But we're keeping it simple and stupid. Stupid, simple, simple, stupid. All right. So once you got that $50, we're now dipping in. We're going to be deploying a strategy by the name of swing trading. We're not day trading, because that for me is pretty much just gambling. You're just wasting your money. We're going to be swing trading either Bitcoin, Ethereum, any of the safe ones, okay? And I call them safe because they're like the granddaddies, all right? Bitcoin, obviously, you know, Bitcoin. And if we go down the meme, which I've done, if we go down the meme playing around with meme coins, it's very dangerous and you can lose your capital. Once you lose your capital, what you started off with, then what's the point? You know? So I don't want you to lose your capital, aka that's why we're deploying the safest but still volatile, because we need that volatility to be able to make money. Hopefully some of this is making sense. If it's not, then as I said, I'm sorry, this is not the video where I explain every single detail, because we're going to be here for 5 hours. But this is the video where I give you the blueprint which works, okay? And right now I'm playing one of the plays, and we started off with $50, okay? And we're building it. I'll show you guys right now on my phone. Give me a quick second. Okay, so I can log on. All right. And we're building this play. Started off from 50, and we are building it to 1,000. Okay. Right now we're dabbling in Chronos. Or let's cover it so it covers my face, but you can should be able to see Chronos there, right at the top, 250. Okay. So I'm practicing what I'm telling you guys and showing you guys. And I'm here to tell you that it works, but it's going to require strategy, patience, and the willingness to learn. The willingness to learn. Okay? So you're going to pick out of Ethereum, Bitcoin. Don't do Chronos yet, because, in fact, you can do, but that has to be a long-term play. But now, let's say, for example, we picked Bitcoin, and you put your $50 into Bitcoin. What you're going to be wanting to do is, when it's volatile, say for example, we'll use GBP. In fact, we'll use US dollars because that's like the general one. Let's say Bitcoin drops to 90K, 90,000 per Bitcoin. You jump in. The next day it goes up to 91 or 92 or even 95, for example, dollars per Bitcoin. You sell out. We're doing it short term. Why? Because this way, you're less likely to get stuck in it. Meaning, it dips for 6 months and you're trapped. So you bought in at 90,000, it drops below 90,000 and remains there for 6 months. You're trapped because you can't sell out. If you sell out, then you make a loss. We're not here to make losses. That's what I'm saying. Ideally, if you can devote more than $50 per month, or even sooner than a month, every 2 weeks, it's ideal because you're gonna make more money. I'm hoping I haven't lost you and you're still with me. Okay? So, in case Bitcoin dips from 90,000 to like 80 and you're stuck and you don't want to sell out because then you confirm your loss, we deploy plan 2, which is dollar cost averaging. Okay? This is where the other $50 is going to come in and start to buy us out. So you buy some more Bitcoin at $50, it brings your average lower and lower and lower and lower. Before you know it, you're free. You could either sell out and break even, or it jumps up from 90,000 to 92. You sell out and you lock in your profit. The profits will start off small, but the bigger your bag gets, the more you're going to be able to make because you've got a heavier bag. By a heavier bag, I mean you started off with $50. Let's say once you sell out in your swing trade, Bitcoin, for example, or Ethereum, and you made a profit of $2 or $5. Now, the next time when you go back in, you're no longer going in with $50. You, my friend, are going in with $52 or $55 or $60, depending on the spike or the volatility, how much it jumped, where you jumped in. Do you understand? So we're literally making our bag heavier and heavier the more we're swing trading. If you see profit, you take profit. Meaning, if you jump in, it doesn't have to be a day. I'm telling you guys the strategies that I deploy. Like, for example, when I made a profit of 1.8k, it was simply I just went in, meaning you purchase the stock or you purchase the crypto, okay? And you wait. And for example, in a span of it was less than 8 hours, 3 hours, it must have just spiked. And I was busy, I was doing something, spiked. When I checked, the profit was 1.8k. I'm not waiting around or being extra greedy. Oh, I can make 2k, I can make 3k. Sell out, confirm and lock in the profit. I am good. I am waiting for when it dips. And that's exactly what happened. Once it dipped, guess what we done? We went back in again. Rinse and repeat. When you play it safe like this, you're less likely to get locked in, because if you get locked in, you're trapped because you don't know how long it's going to take. And then, as I told you, you deploy plan 2, which is dollar cost averaging, so we bring it all the way down. I'm keeping it real because I'm telling you guys what most YouTubers won't tell you, which is they won't tell you, or they'll play super safe. And most of the time, that's not even how they made their money anyways. Majority of the time, they're making their money from the back end of making YouTube videos. For example, if you didn't realize, YouTube pays you, and it pays you very handsomely. Handsomely? Sounds like a Chinese man's name. Handsomely. Yes. I don't know why I went there, but I went there. I got a bunch of Chinese friends and Indian friends. Whenever you hear me do an Indian accent, it's just my roots. Okay? So, once you go in, this is how you're going to start to be able to now build your portfolio. 13 minutes. I don't want to make this video super long, but as I said, this is no fancy crazy editing, zooming in and out. We're not doing that because I'm just keeping it authentic. I'm just keeping it real. Okay? Take your $50 instead of buying Chinese chicken and chips or whatever takeaway you do, start deploying it into an ISA. If you're in America, a 401k or Roth IRA, a Roth IRA, you know what I'm talking about, a Roth, okay? So this way your money is tax-free. And if you're in the UK, obviously, you need an ISA account. On this channel, the people who've been rocking with me from day one will know how much I used to mention Tesla. I used to mention Tesla quite a lot. To be honest with you, I can't talk today. I don't know why. But I used to mention Tesla quite a lot. When to dive in, when to buy, when to sell. And yeah, people who listened to me, they made stupid amount of money. They locked in their profits. In fact, they started calling me Prophet because of what I predicted. But you know, it worked out and it paid out handsomely for them. Do you understand? So this is how you're gonna be able to build up and work up to you know, some of the numbers like this on some of your accounts. I'm gonna bring it down to refresh it. Okay, but hopefully it zooms in and you can see. Hopefully, yeah. But yeah, and as you can see, this is not, you know, that's a refresh right there. It's not like a screenshot or I don't know, some botted account or fake account or whatever it is. But it's gonna take work. It's gonna take work. It's gonna take you using your 9-to-5 money. There's nothing wrong with having a 9-to-5 or working a 9-to-5. In fact, if you do, I challenge you to add extra hours and then just start taking the extra income and diving into investments. It's investments that's going to build your wealth. You can't outwork inflation and outwork the pace of poverty. Hopefully that makes sense for you. You can't, because money can work 24/7. You can't. You can only do 8 hours, 16, some of you guys 12 hours in a day. Then you're exhausted. You're tapped out. But money can work 24/7. 24/7. So that whole idea is build a money-making machine and then deploy that into investments. And if you can't build a money-making machine, then you have to be the machine, the workhorse. So you have to work the 9-to-5, the long hours. And when you get the money, please, my friend, don't go and pay them first. Pay yourself first. And by paying yourself, I'm not saying go eat takeaways and do all of this. No. I'm not saying go buy a purse, a Gucci, nice Rolex watch. No, it's not that time. It's time for sacrifice so you can enjoy later on. Delayed gratification. So meaning, since you're the workhorse, since you're the money-making machine, because you don't have an asset that's printing money for you to deploy into other assets, you need to take that money from your 9-to-5 and deploy it into investments. This is the only way, I repeat to you, the only way you're going to be able to come out, because no one is coming to save you. I'm going to repeat that once more. It's so sad, but it's true. No one is coming to save you. No one's coming to rescue you. No one's going to do the hours for you. No one's going to struggle for you. Only you can struggle for yourself. Everybody's self-made, but only the successful ones will admit it. The failures, they will blame it on everybody else except themselves. It's the government. Yeah, no, if I'm in this situation, it's because no problem. It rains for all of us. It rains for every single one of us. But the ones who grab an umbrella, they're the ones who don't get wet. You see? So if you're happy carrying on getting wet, by all means. But if you feel like, I might want a jacket, an umbrella, just so I can protect myself, because there might be rainy days, I'm telling you right now, if you start changing your mindset and start doing this and deploying it like this, it's going to take some learning, as I told you. This was more so surface level. If you need my help, by all means, I'm here for that. But if you don't, I couldn't care less, because I'm not trying to force anything down anyone's throat. But I've got an investment course which shows you how to get started in investment and all of that. If you need it, let me know in the comment section down below. I'll try to link it if I remember. If not, as I said, I'm not rushing for sales. Okay, we're printing money. I'm just trying to help you out and trying to take you along. I'm also trying to document the journey, you see, so that when I'm finally there, you're like, oh, it was overnight. No, it wasn't overnight, because I used to watch his YouTube videos. He used to explain exactly how he's doing it, where he's planning on going and so forth. I just didn't take the action because I thought maybe he was joking. I thought it was fake, it was all a lie, and now he actually done it. But one thing about me is I've realized that success is going to take time. It's going to take half a decade minimum, 10 years plus. If you're not willing for that, then you're going to fail because you're going to mess up. You're going to develop that get rich quick mentality. But if you realize that, okay, all right, I've accepted. Yep, it's going to take long. A decade, I'm in here. I'm in this game. Let me put in the work. Let me sacrifice now. What if you die? Yeah, well, what if you don't die? Then what? What if you don't die? Huh? Then what? You live to 80 years old. Oh, me pension money. Oh, my government is going to take care of me. Yeah? You think so? You think so? Show me which government worldwide that loves their people so much. They pay them handsomely just because they can. Doesn't exist, does it? It does not exist. So, I'll tell you right now, as I said, I showed you a bunch of numbers not to impress you, but to impress upon you as to what is possible for yourself. Start building, start shaping your future, and it starts today. You get in the gym today so that you could be in shape tomorrow. So you can have a better physique tomorrow. You have to do it today. If you wait till tomorrow, then you're not going to have it tomorrow, are you? You're going to have it tomorrow. You get it? So get in the gym now if you want a six-pack in the future. Start working on your finances now if you want to be financially independent or reach FIRE, financially independent, retire early. That's what that stands for. Start working on your money management today. Start investing today. Open up an exchange, crypto. Start diving into it today. Start learning today because nobody is coming to save you. No one is going to learn this for you. You're going to have to learn this yourself. It's just the truth. It's simply the honest truth. Okay? So, we took our $50 and we turned it into 200 and something. Then we turned it into 5K. Took it from 5K to 10 and so forth, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. You carry on going. And by the way, you're going to have to work like maybe 60 hours, 50 hours with your 9 to 5 so you can then use the extra funds to dive in. You don't have to, but this plan, as I mentioned in the beginning, is for the people who are like, I'm sick and tired, man. I'm sick and tired and I want to change. Therefore, I'm willing. I am willing. I need you to do that for yourself. I'm willing. Yeah, no, screw this. I'm willing. I'm going all in. Monk mode, call it whatever mode. I'm locked in. I'm on it like a car's bonnet. I am on it, on and on like Donkey Kong. On and on like Shrek and Donkey. So you can be rich. So you can roll around the money. So you can go out and start partying in a disco because you flipped 5K and made money from your crypto. Now I'm rhyming off the top of the head. But guys, I've given you the blueprint, surface level. If you want me to make an in-depth or detailed video about what I'm talking about, some of the methods that I'm using, then let me know in the comment section down below. If you're serious, then the link for the course on how to get started on some of this is in the description down below. It should be. If it's not, then comment it and I should be able to help you out. But get started, man. Do something because nobody's coming to save you. Like, share this video to someone who needs to hear this. And yeah, Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. God bless.